All right. Can you confirm you can hear me clearly? Let me see at the comment section. Okay. Yes. All right. Can you confirm you can hear me clearly? Let me see at the comment section. Okay. Yes. All right. Good, good, good. Good evening, everyone. Good evening from wherever you are joining this call from. Yes. Good evening, and so pleased to meet with us tonight. And let me officially welcome us to another session of this training, to another module entirely. And I want to believe it's been a fun time all the way. So let me see at the comment section. How has it been? How has it been? I know we've had Microsoft Excel, we've had SQL. Yes. So we've had quite a number of things that we have done on these topics, and I believe by now we should be good to go in. Oh, wow, fantastic. It's been fantastic. All right. So let me see. I want to have an idea of where my learners are joining from tonight. So please comment at the comment section. Let me see where you are joining us from. Awesome, fantabulous, wonderful. Yes, it's been great, but my SQL journey has been very tough. Oh, wow. God will see you through. I can imagine. Good evening, Naomi Similolua. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. Yes, Lagos, Nigeria, Odo, Akure, Asaba. Yes, I see you, Ibadan State. Wow. What do you mean by Ibadan State? Okay, Stanley is from Lagos. All right. Patience from Cross River. Okay, Success from Port Harcourt. Murtala from Scotland. Okay. Alta Ogun State. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. SQL is not SQLing. All right. So my next question is on the why. Can you just share with the comment section as well? How has it been? Which part of the session have you enjoyed most? Okay, David from United States, Umo from Lagos. All right. Adeleye Ane from Yola, Adamawa State. Okay, Kehinde from Redemption City. Okay, Folashade also from Redemption City. Microsoft Excel has been your Mamidu. Microsoft Excel has been your most interesting part. Okay. Um, okay, SQL, fantastic. I like that I have people who have also find so much fun with SQL. SQL was fantastic. I like that. Okay, journey from worry, tough but very interesting. I like that. Okay. I enjoyed all the session, but honestly, SQL was tough, but I was more excited with it. I like that. That was good. So that was actually to show. Let me also say this so that we understand clearly and better that whatever you are learning now, I don't expect that you just have the class in a day and then you assume you have learned everything you need to learn about it. No, it doesn't work that way. So all you need to do for yourself is you need to visit those classes, and that is why the videos are all available for your view. Right. Let me ask for those of us that also did the modular quiz and assessment. How was it? Did you see that it was engaging? How was it for you to attempt? Was it easy? Yes, both was interesting. All right. I've really enjoyed both. Facility are just the best. Really poured out themselves. Thank you, Ezekiel Oluwafemi. That was a very, very good feedback. All right. Yes. A bit difficult, that's SQL, but getting along gradually. All right. That's one thing, like I was saying, you need to really, really, really work with it consistently, and then you realize that you get yourself used to it. So one of the things we do, or we had, oh wow, Benga got 17 over 25. That's fantastic. A good score at that, right? A good grade at that. All right. All the part has been super from Excel to SQL. Seems simple for you. Good. So, like I was saying, whatever we had, oh, Abiodun Esther got 24 by 25. That's great. That's great. That's about 98%. Fantastic. Although I think I saw somebody who scored 100% anyway. That's a 25. So that means they were cheap questions. You still have more quiz. and the assessment to do anyways. If you miss the first one, don't worry. All you just need to do, be sure you have properly onboarded yourself on the LMS. Now, let me give us this quick update, and this is particular to people in this data analysis class so that you don't miss out. If you notice that your profile is carrying a particular number and then it's not showing your name, maybe cohort 16 or one long number, please go to your profile, edit, and make sure your name is written the same way you want to see it on your certificate. This is not part of the class, but I feel I should say it so that all these good grades you are seeing will not just be in vain. If you realize that your profile is not properly spelled as your name, the same way you will have it on your certificate, please do your best to bring it back to what it should look like. All right. I hope that as is well said already. Okay. Some of you, what exactly is the issue? Don't talk about others. You have not been onboarded on the LMS. What exactly is your issue? Why have you not been onboarded? So leave others alone and then talk about yourself so that we know where exactly you're having issues. All right, very soon I'll move away from the session. From the comment section, just need to gather a few feedbacks and then before we continue the class tonight. All right. Profile, go to your settings on your LMS now, your LMS settings, and then under your settings, you see your profile, your LMS settings, and then you see your profile. So you can adjust that at your settings, and then you will be good to go. All right. So okay, you get Johnson Oyetunji. So I think my TA has taken note of that already. You got a wrong course invite. Okay, that will be sorted immediately after this class. Johnson Oyetunji, that will be sorted immediately after this class. All right. LMS invite was not sent to you. If you register, it will be sent to you. It would have been sent to you, please, if you register properly and you have been attending class. All right. Okay. However, my TAs are also, I'm sure they are doing justice to picking people that are having challenges on the call as we speak, and then they will take note of their names and then they will resolve those issues after the class. All right. So that we can move on tonight. If you are ready for tonight's section, I need you to tap at the comment section. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready at the comment section, let's see. Let's see, everyone. Let's see, everyone who is ready. All right, thank you. Bolanle Shadari, ready. All right, I like the energy already. I like that patience. All right, let's go. All right, so like you all know, we have three facilitators who have been, or we have two facilitators already who has taken us the Microsoft Excel, how you can clean, how you can do quite a number of things with your data in Excel to creating your pivot table, which is a way by way of summarizing your data, right? And now you have also seen how you can pull data, different kind of data from wherever data source into your SQL, and then you can analyze them as well. And now tonight, what we're going to be doing tonight is it's just a one-off class. And I need you to pay attention to this one-off class in the sense that everything you have learned in Microsoft Excel, in SQL, we are going to bring it together, and then you want to have or create a portfolio for yourself such that when anybody is asking you, I thought you said you are in a training, I thought you said you are doing a particular training. What do you have to show for it? So, what we want to do is creating a portfolio that shows what you are able to do. Now, what we are saying is that everything you have built, the dashboard you built in Microsoft Excel, the queries you are able to pull from SQL class, we want to show them by creating a portfolio for them. And in that portfolio, by the time you share the link out, maybe you are putting out yourself or putting yourself out for maybe an entry level or an internship. So, and they ask you, what can you do? So it's so easy for you to say that this and this and this are what I've done. So this is what I've worked with. And it's even a good way of telling your story to say that this is my story of becoming an analyst and all of that. So that is what we want to look at tonight. And trust me, I really need you to pay careful attention, and you will need to, of course, work with your system so that you won't miss out on any part of the session tonight. So please If probably you are not on your PC and then you think maybe you can just look along, you might not be able to catch so much, right? So the idea is whatever you're able to get in the course of the class, ensure you go back, rewatch, and then you can pick much more. All right. So here is me on your screen already. I think let me just do this first, and then after now I can now come back to my. So here is me on your screen. I think maybe a few of us have come in contact, maybe and maybe not. My name is Timidayo. All right, so I've been doing this for some years now, and then I've done this across geopolitical zones in Nigeria, even by extension, then some other part of the world, like reached students all around, and then currently so work as the learning and development manager at the Incubator Hub. So that's the organizers of Digital Skillup Africa. All right. So yes, Canvas is the same as the LMS. So in case you have received an invitation from Canvas and then you are waiting for another LMS, you are only deceiving and delaying yourself. That is the same LMS you have been snoozing on. All right. So like I said, still work with another organization outside, and then out of my curiosity and passion for giving back is why I am doing this as well. All right. So what we want to do tonight is we want to set up a GitHub account to build portfolio. We want to set up a GitHub account to build portfolio. Now, probably you don't have a GitHub account before now. You don't even know what GitHub is. You have only had be hearing about GitHub. You don't know what it does, how it works, what you do, how to, or what you need to do with it, and all of that. So all I just need you to do is just pay careful attention. Even if you don't have an account before now, just pay attention, and then you'll be able to do that for yourself. All right, let's look at it. So now the introduction. What is GitHub? Somebody will say, so what are we even talking about now? GitHub is a tool, is a web-based tool. So what do you mean by web-based tool? A web-based tool where you just need to log in, get the URL or the what's it called now, the link, and then you search for it, you get it, and then you create account, and then you begin to do whatever you want to do. So it's an invaluable tool for data analysis to effectively manage and collaborate on your project. Now, very soon on this Digital Skill Up Africa as well, you'll be working on a project, either group project or individual projects. You'll be working on project, maybe say from next week, you start having something around a project, and then you understand what it means by portfolio building. All right. So it is a cloud-based platform used for version control, for collaborations, and all of that. So when we get to the whatever I'm just going through right now, I just quickly need to share an overview with us, and then we now go to the hands-on. So we're going to do all of this in this time that we have to be on this call, and then we'll ensure we complete it. All right, so what is the objective of this class? So we want to do a portfolio showcase. That is, you want to show people what you can do. So we want the people to know what exactly you can do. So how or what do you have to show is by post your data analysis project publicly for potential employers or client to view, either publicly or privately. So there is an option for you to say that you don't want your portfolio to be viewed by everyone, probably because it's still at the development phase. All right, are we getting me? So your project is still at the development phase, and then you don't want anybody to have access to it yet. So you can make it private, and you can still make it public, depending on whatever you want it to look like. All right, if you're talking about my screen, I think you need to increase the resolution. You need to increase the resolution, right? Because I have the biggest or the size, highest size the screen as I speak right now. So I have also increased it. So please, maybe you should check your screen resolution, and that is if you are not using phone. So if you are using phone, you might have challenge with this right now. All right, so you can also demonstrate your technical skills and problem solving abilities. By what we are going to do tonight, you are able to tell people that this is what you are able to do, this is how you did it, and then this is the result you get by doing it. Does that make sense? So you want to tell everyone that this is what you have learned in the last maybe 1 to 2 months, and then okay, so Chris is asking, which is advisable, public or private? Now, by the time we get to the hands-on, I will tell you the advantages of public and private, and then you will know which one you are. So just follow me carefully. I like that. Thank you, Chris. That means you are following. And that's a very fantastic question. All right. So it's also a collaboration platform. Now, what do we mean by collaboration platform? So what it means is that while you are working, you can also get some guys on the class, just like because you are following yourself, just the way you are connected on LinkedIn, Instagram, and all of that. You have guys you are also connected together on GitHub. So and then you are also following yourself. So there's a way you can collaborate on project by doing Git forking, by doing a repository search and all of that. So all of these are what you would do, and then by the time you see, all right. So by the time you see it, you will discover that you are also getting others to work at the same pace with you. So you can also receive feedbacks. You have not taken the second quiz. We have not done the second quiz actually. That person that is saying we have not taken the second quiz. You have not done the second quiz. Except you are talking about the Tech Mastery series, which you'll be giving updates about that later. You'll be giving update about that later. All right. So the next is project management. You can use your GitHub also for project management, like issues, pull requests, milestones, fork, then to manage project tasks and track progresses. All right. So you can collaborate on project planning, execution, and then you can utilize your GitHub for different projects, like I mentioned. All right. So how do you create a GitHub account? How do you create a GitHub account? All right. So how do you create your GitHub account? I'm going to show us, but then for probably fast learners, you can just go to maybe your Google and then search join GitHub. Join GitHub. You can see the spelling GITHUB. Join GitHub, and then you can create an account. Just the same way, let me say this, just the same way you create your Gmail account, you sign up for all these platforms you sign up for online. It's just the same way. Just create the account, answer the simple questions that they ask you, and then you are good to go. You don't need to do anything. Just create the account and then just wait for us so that when we get there, everybody can be together at the same pace. All right. Let me say this. I feel probably some of us on the community, you might want to tell some people not to miss this session because it's a one-off class, and then this will actually help whatever you have been doing in your Excel, in your SQL, and then what you're going to do in your Power BI. So you don't want to miss out on any of these. So please, if you maybe you guys can just get back to your community, and then we can share this update with them that everybody needs to be on the call now. All right. So if you already have an account with GitHub, you don't need to create a new one. Fantastic. All right. Oh, wow. Yusuf Olaide GitHub created. I love that. Oh, wow. So ZChat just opened an account. Can you see that? Very seamless, very free, and then very, very stress-free. All right. I like the energy I'm getting in this class already. All right. So if you have created your account, just wait for us so that we can wait and allow every other person to do that. If you have an account, you don't need to create a new account. All you just need to do is log into your account and then wait for us. Right, fantastic. I like that people are already creating. Wow, good, 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 good. If you have created your account, just keep dropping it. Created an account. Just created. So if you have an account before now, just log into your account and then wait for us. All right. So step-by-step guide. Visit github.com. Sign up for a free account. Choose a username. Now, make sure the username is something you can reckon with. Maybe what you are fondly called or something. Then customize your profile, which is optional. All right. You are not installing anything. Like I mentioned earlier, I said the GitHub is a web-based application. So a web-based application, you don't need to install. All you just need is to visit the site and then you are good to go. Right, understanding repository. So now, after you have created that, and there are things that you need to first understand so that it will help your understanding of what you are doing. Repository, what is repository? Repository is like a container. All right. So if you have a different kind of project you are working on, right, or you have been working on, or you have worked on before, how can you differentiate between different projects you have been doing? Is by creating different repository for them. It's just like saying that I have let me use a list of students in this class as an example. I have Ama Grace, I have Aliyu, I have Peace, and I have Titilayo, and then I have Yusuf. These 5 people are in one group. So I put them inside one container, all right? One container. Then I have another set of people again, and I put them inside another container. So whatever project you are working on at that particular time will be the name of your GitHub, all right? Whatever project you are working on at that particular, so that when probably you are working, you see the way we're going to create one tonight. We're going to create one with my learning journey at probably the incubator hub, right? So incubator, the repository. Oh, thank you, fantastic, Kende, thank you. I was going to mention that it looks like a folder where you host everything about that project. So when you want to make reference to the folder, to the project, you just visit that repository. And interestingly, you can just share a part of your repository in your project, just a part, and that is a repository. When you don't want to share your entire GitHub, you just share probably the, what's it called now, the repository. So creating a repository, click the plus button, choose new repository, then give your repository a new name. We're almost done with this slide. Maybe we have one or two more, and then we'll go to hands-on. All right, so adding files to your repository, click the add file buttons, choose upload files, select the files you want to upload, and then if you are creating a file as well, is a simple process. All right, so collaborating with others, like I mentioned earlier, is when you want to work with others, you want others to also see what you are doing in the same pace that which you are doing it, you can collaborate with others. All right. So far, does what you have learned make sense? If you know what you have learned make sense so far, let me know at the comment section. Let me know at the comment section if what you have learned so far is making sense. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, great. I like that. GitHub created makes sense. Very well. Good, good, good. Like that. Created an account. Oh, good. Fantastic. Now, I still believe, and I want to believe you can still see my screen, right? I want to believe you can still see my screen. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Giwa. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you. All right. It does make sense. I like that. All right. So now, if you can still see my screen, so that means you should have something like what you have in your own homepage. Don't mind what I have on my own screen because maybe I've done one or two, right? It's maybe why you might be having something different from my own. Or maybe if you notice, maybe you have a white interface or I have a dark theme and all of that. You can just simply change that at your settings to have a dark theme and all of that. I'm a fan of dark theme and all of that. That is why probably you see that. But then, irrespective of what you have, the most important thing is you know what exactly you want to do, and then you are doing it. All right? Does that make sense? Okay. So now we are here. So, like some of the things we mentioned here is that when you get to your GitHub, you want to see what you can do. All right. So what can you do? The first thing we want to say is that here is where we want to showcase all the projects we have worked on and how that we want what we have done become visible for people to see, such that you don't have to be somewhere. You can just share the link to your GitHub portfolio, and then people can say, well, wow, you did this, you did that, you're able to do this, you're able to do that, and then you can just by that or with that secure yourself a good offer. So that is what we want to do right now. So how many of us have something like what I have in my screen right now? So you go to your GitHub, don't mind what you see here, top repositories, don't mind all of this, right? Don't mind them. You might have everything here as empty, right? Because except if you, yeah, good, fantastic. Just so me, I like that. So except if you have been working with maybe GitHub before now, that's why you probably, how do you create the GitHub account? Maybe you are just joining this class, love it. I have mentioned it earlier. All you just need to do is just go to your browser, just type join GitHub, maybe on YouTube, on Google rather, on Google, just type join GitHub and then you create an account just like you created your normal Gmail account and all, and then you are good to go. All right, I like that. Quite a number of us have created the account and then we are here. All right, so if you are here already, so I want you to just to follow me, and then so that I'm joining the class for the first time. You mean to say Adibawali? If you are just joining the class for the first time, you might need to go check the playlist video because you have missed a lot. And then maybe this session is the beginning of another module anyway. So I pronounced your name correctly. Wow, not many people got that. Oh wow, thank you. All right. So Let's move on so that we can move fast as well. All right. So I like that. Oh, so sorry about the background noise. All right. So I I've been able to create my account and I have my what's it called now? My profile set, and then we are good to go. But just before we continue, let me come to the home and then show us a few things here, and then we'll see one or two things. All right. So you have some things like this, and then based on whatever you see here and all of that, be like, okay, what is this? What can you do with this and what can you do with that? How can you use GitHub? What can you do with it? And then what are the things you can do? Now, the first thing we want to talk about is here is creating a new repository. All right, creating a new repository. How do you create a new repository? So please pay attention. Now, if you look at this green icon here to my top, to my left, you see something like new. New. That is, if you notice here, there are some other repositories here which shows other projects that have been done before now. Right, other projects that are done before now. How do you locate your profile? Are you talking about LMS? LMS, if you are talking about profile on LMS, once you get to your LMS, go to your settings under the to your left here, left like this, you see some menus. You see settings there. Under the settings, you locate your profile. Please, that's that about the LMS issues. All right. So, okay. Yes, you can use it. David Etekamba. You have an account, but it's for software engineering. Will it make sense to use for data analysis? Why not? All you just need to do is create a new what? A repository. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Just create a new repository and then you are good to go. It makes sense, right? So that you don't start creating different account for your GitHub. You can use the same. You can use the same. So now if you look up here, you will notice there is a plus. You notice there's a plus, and then beside it is an arrow down showing something. And then when you click on the arrow down, you see new repository, import repository, new code space, new gist, new organization, new project. All right. So what you want to do is you want to create a new repository. That is, you want to create a new container for the project we are about to start. You know, we're about to start a project, and that project is our tech journey in tech journey in a digital scale of Africa, right? So we want to see. All right, Moses Tosin, you just finished creating your account. How did you get here? Once you have finished your account creation, you should be here. This is your home, your dashboard. You don't need to look for anything. You are not building portfolio using the LMS, please. Rachel Lajibola, you most likely be just joining the class. All we just did is for us to pick or go on our Google and create an account with GitHub, and then using that we want to create a repository to start our project. All right. If you miss the quiz due to network glitches, you miss the quiz for network glitches in like 3 days. All right, try again next time. Davokel. All right. So let's move on so that we can go further. So creating new repository is what we're about to do now. So when we click on new repository and let's see what happens. All right, now I have clicked on new repository and then I have a new page. Now you should have something like this away. So it's saying that create a new repository. Don't forget, I said that creating a new repository is just like creating a new folder or a container where you want to have all your projects in together. All your projects, you want to have everything together. And that is why you want to have a new repository. You realize that the username you created earlier is what you have there. You are creating your repository, your GitHub for student, not teacher, for student. You don't need repository for student or teacher, actually. It's just for student, just for yourself. You are not on LMS. All right. So repository name. Now, what name can we give the repository? This repository. What name can we give this repository? So DSA documentation. All right. So DSA documentation. Can you see that? How many of us are following me clearly? If your screen is not clear, if your screen is not clear, please check your resolution. New repository is different from new account. You would need to create a new repository because you are starting a new project. Anytime you want to start a new project, what you are creating is a repository. Anytime you, as long as you have created your what's it called now, your GitHub already. So the fact that you have some repository already does not mean you will edit them or something. So you are starting a new project. So you are creating a new repository. I hope that makes sense. Following. All right. All right. You have your screen to yourself, right? So you don't. I don't think team affect whatever you are doing at this pace. I really do not think. Okay. All right. Let's get back to where we are. All right. So repository. So I said our repository is DSA documentation, right? So now notice immediately you put DSA documentation, you see that your new repository will be created as DSA documentation. All right. Or you can put it as my first project documentation, my first project work. Whatever name you want to name whatever page name rather you want to name your repository with, that is what you can use. So I said DSA documentation. So description here, you can pick anything as your description. So I have a document here that I've worked with. So let me pick some of this. So now let me say what this does for you. Anytime you are working on a project, anytime you are working on a project, there's something you need to do for yourself. You must create or you must have a project document. You must have a project document. Now, what do I mean by project document? A project document is where you detail the report of every progress you are making on that job. Can the repository name be changed? Yes, of course. Yes, you can rename the depository name. You can rename it. All right, we'll get there. When we get there, I'll tell you what and how you can do that. You can rename your repository name actually. All right, so that's Alaguji on tile. Okay, so now here is a question I think someone asked earlier to say which one is advisable, public or private. Now, let me tell you what the two does, and then you will be the best to decide on which you need to use. So when we are talking about a public repository, what it means is just like what I am doing right now, I have a public repository. So if you go search my username or my name on GitHub, you will definitely see me and then see all the projects that I have done on public repository. Let me take that again. So if you go search for my name now on GitHub, right, and then maybe my username or my name, just like if you want to connect with me, follow, and then share some update and all of that. Once you get to GitHub and then you search for people, you search for my correct name. It's just like LinkedIn. When you get there and then you search for a name, you see the person and then you connect with the person. So you will also be able to see the public project that the person has done in the time past, particularly if the project are used or are opened or made public. All right. So that's public repository. Now, private repository will only be visible to you. For instance, now, if you come to my profile and then you are able to locate me on GitHub, you can only see my public repositories. If probably I'm working on a project and the projects are private, if they are private projects, there is nothing you can do to see those projects. I hope that makes sense. If you understand what I just said, let me see at the comment section. If you understand what I just said, you can change your username at your settings. All of this, when you get to your settings, explore your settings, and then you'll be able to do that. All right. So that is the difference between public and private repositories. Oh, good. I hope that person that asked that question the other time now has an answer. All right, listen, this is the next thing. Initialize this repository with add a README file. Now, let me tell you what a README file is. Your README file is like the Microsoft Excel document where you want to work with. It's just like saying that I want to create a folder. Inside that folder, and I want to have some Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, and other documents that I want to have inside it. So where can now make my working document is that README file. So if you do not initialize the README file, it means you cannot do anything with your repository. Please pay attention so that if you are typing or you are just on YouTube and then you are not listening, I take it again. Now, your README file is where you can edit your documentation so that it is available for anyone to see as your public repository. For instance, now, if you want to document what you have done in the time past, say that you have worked, yes, your repository can be deleted, and I will show you shortly. So if you have worked on the project to say that, okay, DSA Microsoft Excel project, all right, and you now want to say, okay, what are the things you do while you are working with Microsoft Excel? You are able to get data from so. You are able to do so. You are able to do so. Where you are putting all of this is your what? README file. So if you do not initiate this README file, so check it, check the boss. You see that I've checked the boss now. So once you check the boss, you are able to what? To initiate or initialize your repository. Then you come here and then click create repository. I need to move faster now because of our time. All right. So now my repository has been created. And if you notice, you see something here, DSA documentation. Does that make sense at all? Does that make sense at all? Daima Julius, GitHub is not the same as LinkedIn, please. GitHub is not the same as LinkedIn. Can you change from private to public and vice versa? Yes, you can. So if you start the project by making it public, if you come and update the project by making it private, you will definitely, what's it called now? It will affect the change. So you can change from, and then you can now bring it back probably at a later time to your public or private as the case may be as well. All right. Is it making sense at all? Are we following? All right. Okay, so let's move on. Quickly. Now, somebody was asking the other time and said that is it possible that you rename your username? Is it possible you rename your repository name? Is it possible you delete your repository and all of that? So just come to these settings here. Did you see your settings here? When you click on the settings, let's see the features that we have there. Let's see the features that we have at the settings. All right. Here are the features we have at the settings. Here is repository name. Did you see now? Rename. So if I want to change this from DSA documentation to DSA project documentation, right? and I click rename. Okay, so he said verifying. Yinka Olatonode, I guess you are just joining this class for the first time, because all our videos have always been made available on the YouTube even after immediately after the class. So if you have been joining this class, you will know that the videos are always available on the YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel, you might not be getting real-time updates and then nudge that the videos are available. So you might need to also do that for yourselves across all our platforms so that you can get real-time updates when those updates are available. All right, let's move on. So now, require contributors, social preview, you can download templates, you can edit templates, you can see all of these set templates, sponsorship, and all of that. Now, I need to show you something very important. That is why, because of my time, you can go through all of these settings and see things you can do, pushes, your push requests, your issues, your danger zone. Now, this is where I want you to pay attention. How can we change it from public to private? The same way you just go to your repository settings. Now, look at it. Change visibility. This is where I am currently. Change repository visibility under your danger zone settings. Can you see change visibility? If you click change visibility, you will be able to change your repository from either public to private or vice versa. That is what that place is for. All right. Can you see it's saying change to private? Because initially my repository has been made public. So if you click on change to private, it becomes private immediately. Disable branch protection rules. You might not need that now until probably when you get to the intermediate level. All right. So when you begin to work with branches, forking of what's it called now? Of code, and then you are doing some initiations and all of that. So that's when you'll be able to use the brand protection. Then you can transfer ownership. Maybe you are working as a collaborative project, and then once you have gotten to a point, you want to transfer the ownership of the project to maybe another person. All right. What is the essence of making repository private when it will not be accessible, sir? What is the essence of making repository private when it will not be accessible? You might decide not to make your project accessible until you are done with it. So while you are developing or while you are building the project, you keep it private until when you are done. You just want everybody to see the ready-made work. So that is the reason why you keep it private. Except you want people to see the progress of the work, you make it public. So the onus is on you. The onus is on you. All right. The onus is on you. All right. So let's go. So archive this repository. When you archive something, just like your normal archive, you can make the repository archive such that nobody can edit, can add, can remove, can even send you a collaborative post or anything on it. It's not possible. So nobody will be able to do that. So if you click on your archive, it's just like make it latent. Make it latent. You don't want it to be active. That's it. And then for the person that asks, that if probably you are done with the project and then you made a mistake in the project, you want to delete the repository. Maybe you created this somehow and then you don't like it. I like those people sending those love emojis. Keep sending them. Fantastic. But then also make sure you are paying attention. I am too fast. All right. Yes, you can change the repository name later. I have said that earlier. Where can you find the setting? All right, I am slowing down already. The setting is always at the top of your, can you see it here? At the top of after you have created your repository. Once you have created your repository, once you have created your repository, once you have created your repository, you see your setting somewhere here, and then you can click on it, and then you get everything you need to get. All right, so to delete your repository, once you click delete repository, the repository is gone. Once you delete the repository is gone. All right, how did you get here after changing of repository name? When you create your repository name, you go to your settings. Go to your settings. I just said that again now. I just said that again. You go to your settings. Is there an app? It's a web-based app. GitHub is a web-based app. GitHub is a web-based app. Making sense. All right, thank you. So let's move on. So once I'm done, then you can now go back to your code area, or you can click on your DSA documentation. Click on your code area, click on your code area, or you click on your what DSA documentation, and then you will be good to go. All right, please. I hope you are learning good right now. I hope you are learning something good. Okay. The description we don't have. What can we put there? The description is what is that project talking about? Do a brief description. Look at my own. I said this is where I started my portfolio building while taking my data analysis class with the Incubator Hub. That's just my own description. That's just my own description. So you can put anything there. Now, pay careful attention here because every part of this class is actually uh, fascinating and you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. Now, let me go back to the preview. Let me go back to the preview and let me go back to the DSA documentation. Now, earlier when we were starting, I told you about your README file. I said in your README file. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Mutuaya Martins. All right. Like I said, if you do not initialize your README file, you will not be able to edit and then you will not be able to put anything in your project while you are working on that portfolio, right? So if like all these questions that you're asking, the ones that I've answered over and over again, I will advise that you just watch the video so that you can get them. Right? So because of our time, if you continue to answer all the questions on the comment section, we won't get anywhere. All right. So now, looking at this, the README file I said the other time, look at this is what your README and then main directory. That is .md main directory. And in front of your README here, you see a pencil icon here. This pencil icon shows that you can edit. Now, if you did not initialize your what's it called at that point when I asked you to do the other time, the class is superb. Thank you, Chris. Now, if you do not initialize it at that time, you will not be able to do anything with it now. Does that make sense? So you will not be able to do anything with it. You will not be able to do it. So now that you are able to, because you have initialized it, just click on this your pencil icon and let's see what happens. All right. Now, immediately I clicked on my pencil icon, it created a new interface for me. And then here I have two things, edit and preview. Now, I said the other time that where you can actually now document and put everything you are doing. Is that okay? So that is what we want to do now. So if you click on preview, preview will bring the exact way your documentation will look like and what everybody will see. Look at this, DSA documentation. Then this is where I started my portfolio building while taking my data analysis class. If I want to edit and I want to take out probably the description, I can just come here and cut the description out. All right, and let me preview again. Did you see that now? GitHub is not the same as portfolio. Thank you for you. Let me tell them. So that we can cover a lot of ground. All right. So GitHub is not the same as portfolio. You are building your portfolio using GitHub. That's what we are doing. You are building your portfolio using GitHub. All right. This one looks like SQL. It isn't. This is not, it has nothing to do with SQL at all. All right, you mean the editing part, right? All right, let's continue. So let's go back to our edit, and then we have our DSA documentation. Now, listen carefully. Again, once you get to this place, you want to start documenting your project. Remember I mentioned to you earlier, I said anytime you want to work on a project, the best way you can do that is to have a project documentation. A project documentation is a separate, probably document you have created. I'm trying to see the challenge I made is in the repository name didn't reflect, just like yours. Okay. I enjoyed the Excel class all through, felt a little lost during SQL and still struggling and balance up. But this new session is sparkling me up for more greater exploits. Come on. I like that, Joshua. I like that. All right, let's move on. So now, just like I said, you will need a document where you have populated every detail about your project. This is my home. I'm sharing my entire document is why you can see a few things here. So I have a document that I prepared for the sake of this class. So you might want to go and create your own. So in case I'm just copying and pasting, all you just need to do is just type a short form. It doesn't have to be a long context. All you just need to do is when you save your changes, you are seeing the changes and then you'll be good to go. All right. So now, for you to start, you need to understand the syntaxes that we use while we are documenting. When you are documenting, we have our syntaxes, and then the syntax that we have are called Markdown syntax. They are called Markdown syntax, and it is depicted by hash symbol. Hash symbol. All right. Sorry. Where did I change my? I'm trying to locate my. So I'm looking for. Don't mind what I'm typing. All right. So depending on the system that you have, don't mind my own system. Markdown, yes, Markdown, just like Markdown in Python. Yes, correct. Markdown, Markdown. Let me put it out here so that you can see. Markdown. Let me preview it. Can you see the spelling? Can you see it now? All right. All right. I'm actually waiting so that quite a number of people, okay, good. Quite a number of people that are trying to follow up and see. Good, 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 good. Why are you lost? Why are you lost? Let's go. We still have a lot of things to do tonight because we are going to finish this portfolio building tonight. Amen and amen. Yes. Somebody agree with me. Where are you lost, Olabanji? Where are you lost? So that let me see if we can find you. Markdown is the syntax we used. I'm still talking about Markdown. I'm not done. I just put it up there so that everybody can see it. If you don't know how I get to this stage, please, you might need to rewatch the video. I'm sorry I cannot come back again so that we will leave and do much in this class. Okay? All right. Somebody saying I should see zoom my screen. Is this okay now? Is this okay now? I think I have to zoom more. All right. Thank you, Daniel. So let's get back to edit. I don't need Markdown, but I want to explain something with Markdown. So Markdown syntaxes are all the syntax that we use while we are typing our documentation. For instance, now, if you want to type a title, what you use is this hash down syntax. hash down syntax. So just like I put DSA documentation now, and it helps me to get a topic or a title for my documentation. But then, is it possible that I have this my title in different sizes? Yes. So just like I have just first hash or just one hash, can I have two hashes? And let's see what I'm going to get from it. So let me put DSA documentation. All right, let's preview it. So what did you notice here? What did you notice? Can somebody type at the comment section? I just need one person to type and then I'll continue with the rest. Can somebody confirm that you can see my screen? If you can't see my screen, you need to do some. Okay, smaller font. Thank you, Winifred. So that means somebody is following me. All right, let's move on. So what if I use 3? It becomes smaller. Somebody say bigger. I don't know where you see the bigger one. All right, documentation. Then I preview. See what I have now. What else can you see again? Much smaller font. So that means when you are working with different title, you need to understand how you use your hash syntax. The hash syntax is for headings. Hash syntax is for what? Headings. Your hash syntax is for headings. So when you have two hashes, so that means the syntax or the font becomes smaller. When you have 3, it becomes more smaller. And when you have 4, it becomes drastically reduced. All right, so let me do the last one. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then DSA, the DSA documentation, and then I preview. Can you see the difference between the 4 now? My God will find you if you are lost. All right, so it's time for us to take attendance. So I will give us, I think we have the next 5 to 10 minutes break. Let's take our attendance very quickly so that we can come back and delve into the class fast. By the time we are back, I think we will need to move very fast. We need to move very fast. So please take your time, take your attendance, and then we'll be back shortly. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So you want to give one or two persons around you who are not back in class. Tell them we are back in class and then we are ready to run. Because the next things or the few things we need to do, there are things that you need to pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you might not really get them. Okay. So I really need you to pay attention. All right. Let me ask, how many of us are enjoying the class so far? You are having good time in the class. You are having good time in the class. Let me see at the comment section. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. If the class is boring, let me see as well. What is your experience like about the class? You are okay, Fapet. Thank you, Zchat, for responding to that. Enjoying. Great, great, great. I'm enjoying the class. Thanks. I'm enjoying the class. I enjoy the class. All right, we are back. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying having a good time in the class. Confirm. I like that. I used five and the effect was bold. All right. Enjoy yourself. So now, okay, maybe I should start from that. Thank you. So now listen carefully. Now listen carefully. If you can add, if you cannot edit, what's the way out? Most likely, why you did not initialize your README file. So you may need to delete that repository and then go and create a new repository. If you cannot edit, you most likely might not have initialized your README file. That is the way out. So the way out is delete that repository and go and start it again. All right. So now let me utilize some. Let me just show you something in a quick search. Um, Markdown syntax. I want to check something. Markdown syntax as a cheat sheet. Now, if you look and check here, Markdown syntax cheat sheet, you will see different and countless number of markdowns. In this class that we're having tonight, we of course cannot discuss even quarter of what markdowns are and what we can do with it. So, but then peradventure you are working on a project and then you want different types of view and all of that. So please just check it online, get the syntax, and by the time you get the syntax, apply it based on the simple principle you are seeing in this class, and you will see that you are what enjoying what you need to see. Does that make sense? Look at this. Let me open one for instance so that you understand what I'm saying. I just open one and then I want to see. Can you see now? So this is level one, level two, level three, and then and then you have it till like level 6. So you can have it in different. Can you see that? You can have it in different form. So you can do whatever so this is italics, just like when you are typing your WhatsApp messages and then when you're typing your WhatsApp messages and then you just put a two asterisk and then your content in between. That's your what? Your italics. And then you are good to go, right? So I might not be able to talk about so many of them, but thank you, Katrin, thank you, Adubi. But then I'm giving you ideas on what you can do so that you can get yourself on real life syntaxes in case you are working on a project and then there is a way you want your documentation to look like. There is a this beauty you want to give it, and then you don't know how to do. Just go that what syntax can you use for so and so, and then you see it. For bold, just put your text in what in two asterisk. Just put two asterisk, put bold, and then your character in between, and then you are good. If you want to have it as what probably you now want to have underscores, right? Just put it as that, and then you see it as whatever you want to see. So I hope that makes sense. So let's get back to what we're doing. So I hope I don't forget. I don't want to forget saying that is why I had to quickly drop that. All right. So we are asking for the essence of Markdown in this class. I think you should watch the video later so that we don't get carried away by things that will delay us. All right. So now, like I said, we have started by saying we want to have a documentation. So I cleared up something here. Let me clear all of this out. So I just clear this out and then I put this. Notice after my hash here, the next paragraph that I created, I didn't put anything there. I just start typing. All right. And when I preview, see what I have. I just have my DSA documentation and then I start typing. All right. So I have zoomed in as well. So if the screen is bigger now. So did you see that now? So you can continue to type until I have learned while a number of things ranging from MX Excel to SQL and now to my portfolio building. Does this make sense? So let's preview and let's see what we have. Can you see that now? Now look at what I have. Can someone hear my voice? Because I'm seeing no voice. Can someone hear me clearly? Can someone hear me clearly? Please let me know at the comment section. Oh, thank you. Makes sense. So in case you want to also create a paragraph between text, thank you guys, thank you. If you want to create a paragraph between text, how can you do it? Now see what I did. I just put full stop and then I previewed. So it still sees it as what? As a continuation. But if you want to make it a new paragraph, all you just need to do is what? Do a tap down, enter, do it one, and then create a space in between. Do you understand? Once you create a space in between, and then you preview it. So once you preview it, you will be able to see the changes. All right, you'll be able to see the changes. Let me preview this now. Can you see the changes now? Is this making sense? All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Please just follow carefully. We still have good stuff to learn tonight. All right. So we have done this. Is our heading, DSA documentation. And then this is our first write-up description about it. So now I want to start by creating maybe an outline of how I want my documentation to be. What do I want to talk about? That is my project topic. All right. So let me copy my project topic. Then don't worry if you don't have your project documentation tonight. You might just take your time and develop or build one, and then you can now use it to populate your portfolio. All right. So for my project topic, I want to have two hash because I want it to be separated from the heading. The main heading, which is DSA heading. So my project topic is e-commerce sales analysis. Let's say, for instance, that is what I want to show. E-commerce sales analysis. Then I give it two hash syntax, right? Then I preview it. Can you see now? Can you see now? Which is a little bit smaller than what I have earlier, right? So under what's it called now? Project analysis, my topic. So what do I have there? I will now go to, okay, let's have project overview. Project overview. Let me bring my project overview, edit again. Now, listen, project topic is my general topic now. Project overview, if I put it here, is this something I want it to have the same font size as the project topic? No. Oh, just a moment, please. I need to power my PC. All right. So sorry about that. All right. So sorry about that. I wasn't checking my battery level. Been using the system for some time. All right. Let's move on. So now a subheading now that we want to have. Thank you. You are following winner. So the subheading, I don't want to give it the same as the size of the project topic. So let me give it 3. Then I create this. Then let me preview and see what it looks like. So this is my, can you see now? This is my project topic is e-commerce sales analysis. And under project topics, and I have what? My project overview. Now, my project overview is more like talking about my introduction. How do I develop my project documentation? How did you do your project? Your project documentation come from your project. How did you arrive at your project? What are those things? You just follow what we are discussing. If you understand what the approach looks like, you see that you can do your own project documentation yourself, and you don't necessarily need to look at my. So this is my project documentation. So right, I just come here, copy, come, edit my code area under project overview, push, paste, and then let me just preview. All right, does this make sense? So this is a data analysis project aims at getting to generate insight into the sales performance of the e-commerce and all of that and all of that and all of that. Does this make sense at all? Network is very bad at your end. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right. So you're enjoying the class. I like that. Edmec. So this is how to what to populate your project. Again, I say, while you are building your portfolio, you must pay attention to all these details from your README file to, oh, notice we have been doing all of this since morning. What if when my system showed battery this in the other time, it doesn't have maybe enough power to save, and then for me to get my, what's it called now, my charger and plug the system and continue the class. What happens if probably the system just turned off and locked me out and all of that? Is it going to save my work? The answer is no. So pay attention. Now, anytime you are working on your portfolio building, at every point you are making a progress, always ensure to save your work. It's just like Microsoft Document. You know, when you are working on Microsoft Document, although Microsoft Document now there's auto save, so you can easily work and then this work is saving directly. But here there is nothing like auto save. So when you are working on your project, all you need to do is look for these commit changes. Commit changes. Anywhere you see these commit changes here, commit changes is only telling you the class is so interesting that 2 hours isn't enough again. Thank you, Adiola. So we still have some weeks to spend together, anyways. So after now, we still have our Power BI, and then trust me, you're gonna have some good time to say. All right. So now commit changes. Once you click the commit changes, what you just literally say, can you see now? Update README. Don't forget, you know, I told you that your README is what enables you to create a document to type in. All right. So once you have that, you are able to see that, okay, commit the changes. Once you click commit changes, it saves, and then all your work is now being saved. All right. So even if you log out now, and if you go look probably for TD01, you most likely see something around this my project. You don't be confused. All you just need to see is to pay attention to that class SQL and then follow it one after the other. I can assure you, you will definitely get it. You will definitely get it. All right. Where is the saving to? Where is it saving to? It's saving in the cloud. Don't forget, we say it's a web-based cloud application. It's saving in the cloud. You're not saving it on your computer. Does that make sense? I like that question. Who was that? Janet. It's saving in the cloud. If you're there at the introduction where I read or where I said that our GitHub is a web-based application that uses what cloud server. So whatever we are doing here, we are not saving it on our computer. We are saving it directly in the cloud. And since you have created an account with GitHub, they already created a space for you in the cloud. So everything you are doing is also saved in that cloud. Does that make sense? Where can you find the cloud? I'm tempted to say in the sky, but I will not say it. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, George. All right. Let's move on so that we don't miss out. All right. So now let me edit again. All right. So since I'm done with that, no, you can keep committing the changes. Thank you, Archie Zichat. You can keep committing the changes. All right. You can keep committing it. Don't wait until you are done. Please don't wait until you are done. Can I import my Excel file to my project for better editing? What do you mean import the Excel file? Do you mean your visualization in case you want to do the documentation? So for instance, now that Excel files that you, some of the files you use in Excel, maybe you're talking about a particular name, when you are doing that, maybe summarization of that data, you can screenshot some of them and then you will see very shortly how you can you will see very shortly how you can actually add images to your report, how you can do whatever you want to do. Is there a way to justify our work while working on GitHub? I don't understand what justify means here. Font colors. Why do you need to change the font colors? You can just look for Markdown for font colors. All right. So let's move on. I don't want to get too distracted with all these questions. Some of these questions are what we can definitely look around. So we are already in. So the next one is data source. Let me just make it faster now. Please, you might need to pick up this video. So the next is data source. Since we are using project overview as the same hashtag, so that's 3. I'll keep it at 3. I'll keep it at 3. So what do I have as data source? So where is my data source from? All right. So the primary data source is whatever. So I'm sure you must have heard about some of these places where you can get your data from. I know ID Machine talked about that, and I'm sure Femi also must have spoken one or two things about getting your data from either Google, Cargo, Fred, or different online. Just check where you can get data to work with, right? So let's check this again now. All right, so since we are all familiar with this now, let me go and do something new. All right, you see that data sources are also aligned. I'm already building my my portfolio with this. Why is my work number? That's my lines of code. That's my lines of code. You mean these numbers? If you mean these numbers, those are my lines of code. All right. So the next one is what? Let me get to my document again. Tools used. So what are the tools that I used? All right. Now listen, pay attention here, because what I will do, what I want to show you here will be, there's a new thing I need you to really learn here. Tools used, let's put it at the 3 as well. So under this one, let's bring in this. All right. Just so we are fast is why I want to do this. Please pay attention now. Please pay attention. Now, under the tools used, I have copied and pasted a few tools. I said number one is Microsoft Excel for data analysis cleaning. In front of it, I now say download here, right? Please just pay attention. Just pay attention. If you commit, how do you create your lines of code? Just commit your change and come back to your portfolio, your what's it called now? Your repository name and edit. You will see the lines of code there. That cannot be too hard for you. You just keep working, you will see it there. By the time you start working, you see it there. Now pay attention, guys. Pay attention. Under the tools used, number one is what? Microsoft Excel. But what if I want to indent this as maybe I want to give it number, say for instance, I want it to be like a bullet point. How do I get a bullet? What is the syntax for bullet point? Just do your what's it called, hyphen, and then put space. Hyphen, put space. In front of your hyphen, just put space. Does that make sense? In front of your hyphen, just put space. Once you have put space, then you are good to go. All right. In front of this, let me put space again. Here, put space again. Here, put space again. All right. Does that make sense? All right. Let me refresh and let's see whether there is a new changes to that. All right. What did you miss? What did you see here? Did you see this? This is fantastic. All right. So we already have a bullet point showing that we want to highlight a few things or tools that we have used. However, what if under Excel, I want to also make mention or make reference to some things? Is there a way I can also do what we call indent? Instead of me having this, I have hyphen, then I have maybe another one, and then I now say that Microsoft Excel for data cleaning, or let me start with for data collection. 2 for data for data cleaning, right? Let me do this two first and let me see what it looks like. Did you see this? Did you see how that gives me all right? How can you create a link to share to other platform like LinkedIn? You mean your link? Your link, by the time you go to your settings, profile settings, you can pick your link from there. Just pick your link and share it. Your link is always there. By the time you immediately create an account, you already have a link. And if you want to do a particular project link, you can pick once you are done with the project and then you have committed all the changes. Just go to the settings, pick the link, come to your profile, pick the link, and then share. Pick the link and share, and that's all. So I want to change this to have a more accurate what's it called now. So let me edit it. If you notice, this is not properly aligned. So now it's aligned. So let me check now. Did you see this? Did you notice the difference now? Studying and enjoying your going. Well done, Shegun Jelade. Well done. You need maybe you know all of these things. So let's take this because we are in the class and then we need to explain all of this concept one after the other. So if you want to copy all the content, you can do that maybe for yourself and then you will enjoy doing it. All right. So another way that you can indent is as well is, let's say, number one, data cleaning by data manipulation, data cleaning by data munching. All right. Did you notice I already have another indent inside another indent and inside another indent? All right. So let me also preview it and let's see whether there will be a difference in what we are doing. Did you see this? I hope you guys are following me. All right. I hope you guys are following. Great. All right. So let's move on faster. So we have done that. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you, I want to quickly show you is this. Look at this. The first thing I said is what? Microsoft Excel for data cleaning. Download here. Now, when you see this download here, ordinarily by the time you preview it, it's supposed to be a clickable link for you to be able to download. Now, can somebody tell me at the comment section, where can you get Microsoft Excel application from? Where can you get Microsoft Excel application from? Where can we get Microsoft Excel application from? Microsoft website. Thank you, David Oluwasanwo. Thank you, Microsoft. Now, I want to create a link from this my repository that will take probably somebody that is just following to just pick and get it from Microsoft directly from there. So what do I do? All you need to do is immediately you say Microsoft Excel for data cleaning. Listen carefully. There's this square bracket. You know this square bracket, right? Create open and close square bracket. Right? Open and close square bracket. And inside the open and close square bracket, put download here. All right. Then now create a, what do we call this other bracket now? The curly bracket now. Create a curly bracket. And inside the curly bracket now, put the link to that particular site which you have mentioned and said it is Microsoft, right? Now put HTTPS. You have to be sure of this, right? So that you don't make www.microsoft.com. If you are not sure of what to type, or if you type a wrong site, if you want to check it, you can check it with any site. All right, just put any site to link it and then put download there and then preview. Let's see what happens. Did you see what I have now? Did you see what I have here now? How many people can see the download here? All right. How many of us have been able to do it? Should I check it again? Interesting. Now, I've not even tested it, whether it works or not. I have not. Oh, fantastic. You see, we've already got it. Done. Fantastic. I like you guys. You guys are really following. So download here. Let me click on this download here and see where it will take me to. Changes you made. Oh, now look at this. Changes you made may not be saved. Leave. So what is it telling me? That is, I have not committed my changes. So let me commit the changes first. Commit changes. Let me commit the changes. and then let me click the download here. Let's see what happens. What do you see here? It takes us straight to Microsoft website. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? You can't find square bracket on your laptop. Oh my God. Maybe I can dash you the one on my own. Well, just check carefully. Just check carefully. It's definitely there. All right. Very, very. I like that. All right. So for us to go back, just click back arrow. Just click back and then you'll be back to where we're coming from. A lot of sense. I like that. I like the responses I'm getting. People are doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. All right. You know what you guys need to do for me? So that people can also jump on this video and then get to watch it before our next session tomorrow, which is Power BI. All right. I need you to engage the discussions group on the LMS, on the community, and then so that you people who are not currently in class will not be missing so much. So you want them to also get this content, let them watch it, let them see what new thing you have learned. You might also want to intimidate them a bit and say, wow, you learned new thing about how to build your portfolio, the syntaxes you have learned, how to link a page from your portfolio, and then it worked. I like that, it worked. So please, let's do that on all our communities, on even the discussions on the LMS. Let's read the discussions. What kill achieve it for me? Oh yeah, let's have it with Kono confirm, preferably tiger knot. Thank you, Nikki Shalom. All right. There is no information on Microsoft that you can share. No, I just linked the Microsoft main site. If you decide that you exactly need to get the whatever you need to get from, just pick the site and put it inside. Just put it inside. That's all you need to do. All right. Can I summarize, please? Pick the video and watch for the summary. Thank you. All right. So let me take this again. Let me take this again. You thought the link is supposed to link up with your profile. Which profile are you talking about? Did you put the link to your profile or you put the link to Microsoft? If you put the link to your profile, it will link up with your profile definitely. So whatever link you put there is what you will get, sir, ma. All right, let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move. We still have a few more things to do tonight. All right, we've been able to add this and that. All right, let's see, data cleaning, all these ones are simple. There are things you can do for yourself. I'll just copy and paste them. I'll just copy and paste them. So data cleaning has 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And then we'll do this. Let's preview it to be sure it worked. Yes, it worked. But all of these are scattered. So let's arrange it so that it has the same format we want to see it. So let's give it number. Let's give it number. Action in this one. So let's give it 1, 2, and 3. Does this make sense now? So let me preview it and let's see the difference with what we have. All right, does this make sense now? This is much better. This is much better. All right, so let's look at the next thing we can do. Exploratory data analysis. Oh, I see something interesting that I need to show you guys here. Exploratory data analysis. Let me, I'm very fast at these ones because they are the steps or approach you already know. All right, there are steps and approach you already know. So 1, 2, 3, EDA. So here we have here you have here you have here. All right, so that's that. So let's go for another one. so that we can preview them together. All right, data analysis. Now I want to show you something here. Under this data analysis, let me show you something. All right, let's preview this guy. No, under data analysis, let me show you something. So data analysis, I have 1, 2, 3. So it's also taking the same formatting with the previous ones. Now, this is where we include some basic lines of code or queries or even some of the DAX expressions used during your analysis. Now, what is the meaning of EDA? EDA means exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis. So maybe when you go deeper into data analysis, this is just an introductory class for you, right? Supposedly. But then EDA means exploratory data analysis. So where did this EDA anyways? Okay, exploratory data analysis said involves the exploring of the data to answer some questions. So anytime you are given the data, the first thing you want to do is you want to explore the data. You want to know what question you are asked, what answer are you supposed to do? Are we putting here in front of every tool used? So if you have a link to all the tools that you use, you can put it. For instance, now, okay, let me do something very quickly. Power BI is one of the tools we're going to be using in this class, right? Microsoft Power BI for creating a report. I can share the link to Microsoft Power BI here now. Although you can see Power BI on your, what's it called now? Microsoft Store, right? But let me quickly see something. If I can do Power BI download. Can you see this? Can you see that it's still bringing me back to what? Microsoft homepage, right? So this is the download. Now it's asking me to download immediately. So if I pick this link now and I put this link, copy, and I put this link under my, where is it now? Power BI. Then I come here and I put download. All right. Then here, then I now come to this place. And I put this link. All right. This is what I just did. So I now preview this. I'll tell you why it is like that, but let me click the link first. Let me commit my changes first. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see now? Interesting, all right? Is that good? So because of the way I put it is why I have it like that. So whatever you put there, just make sure the link to where and what you want to see is correctly inserted, and then you will have it, what you want to have. Does that make sense? So because of our time now, we have less than 10 minutes to go because we want to shoot the class beyond the normal time. And then I think I want to wrap up now. What I need to do now is I need to show you how you can import images. If you have images in your, when you have report, by the time you are creating your visualization report, how can you bring your report in and all of that? So those that, all right, just before that, for those of us that love and enjoyed our SQL class, you can also bring a line of SQL into this. How can you do that? Look at this. I don't know what we call this sign that look like this sign. Can you see this sign? What do we call this sign now? I don't know the name anyways. So you put SQL. So since it is SQL, then let's put the lines of code. In your SQL, your statement is select. I know somebody is not happy just hearing the statement in SQL. Select A, B, C, A, comma B, comma B, comma C, where A is greater than 45. Inverted commas, all right? If that is the name. It's not asterisk, it's not slash. Apostrophe, no. Inverted comma, but the single one, not the double quote. Somewhere, I don't know how to. It depends on what your keyboard function looks like. On my own keyboard, it's just before one. It's just before figure one. All right, it's just before figure one. And then once you are done, then close it again. Once you are done, just close it again. All right. Did you see that? You open it, put SQL, write your code, then preview it. Did you see what I have? Yeah, somewhere around the escape key. Yes. Ellipse. If you call it ellipse, well, did you see what I have now? So if you look at this, it looks like your line of code in SQL, right? So such that if you come to this place here, you can copy it. If you are submitting this project document, this portfolio project for someone to check, the person can copy this line of code and quickly just drop it on the IDE, and then it just run the code. You are happy. I like that you are happy for you. Wow, Moses Tosin. Does it look like magic? It looks like magic. All right, let's quickly wrap up. The last thing I want to do tonight, please pick the video in case you did not get anything around this. The video is always with you. The last thing I want to do is this, so that you don't miss out. If you want to insert images, let me first save this, commit changes. If you want to insert images in your work, what you need to do, you remember I told you that you need to commit your changes. Come back to your documentation, main documentation here, and then you come to your README file. Did you see your README file? You see your README and MD file. Up here, did you see go to file, and did you see a plus sign in front of it? A plus sign. So when you click this plus sign, you see two things there: create new files or upload files. Create new files or upload files. Wow, Teggy's corner is saying that I wish this class is longer. It can't be longer, so that we don't also bite some other people's time. All you just need to do is pick the videos. After now, you always have access to them. Watch and watch and watch again. Yes, Koyim is saying it's as if you're writing in HTML. Actually, some of those syntax are the same. They are the same. Yes, they are the same. How do we connect your LinkedIn profile link here? Copy your LinkedIn profile and put it there. That's all. So upload files. I want to upload files. So once I click my upload files, I go to where do I need to choose your files? Where do I need to choose my file? Let me go to choose my file, and I go to my download. I want to pick two files at the same time. So just pick the two files because of my time. And notice what happens here. Can you see? I have two pictures uploaded here. Listen carefully. Listen, guys. If you did not first upload these two files here, if you call the files in your document, it will not come out. So that you don't just go and call the image and you expect that the image will come out, it won't show. So you need to first upload the images into the environment of your GitHub. So what I just did is I want it to reside in the environment of my GitHub where I'm having my repository. So from wherever it is. So you cannot make reference to it from outside. You first need to, of course, if you use a link, it might still work anyway. So commit changes. So let me commit changes. Processing my file. All right. So now, can you see now? These two charts have been what? Then let me come to my readme file again, edit readme file. So once you edit my readme file, let me come to this last place, and then what I want to do is what? I want to talk about my result findings. Or let me put it under my results. I can't even talk about my analysis now. I'll give you guys an assignment. I'll give you guys an assignment. Then you need to go and do it yourself because of my time. So my analysis. Let me put it as my analysis. 1, 2, 3. Analysis. So under my analysis, two ways by which you can do this. But if you have the file on your PC, what do? You just need to add the file from your your add file. Add it from wherever you have it, maybe on your document, or your desktop, on your download. Add it and make sure it is now on the environment of this DSA documentation or whatever your project name is. All right. So let me continue so that I don't get distracted. So now this analysis, how can you do it? Let me teach you the best way because of my time. All you just need to do is open that folder where you have it. Open that folder where you have it. Click and drag and drop it. Click, drag and drop it. Did you see what I just did? Click, drag and drop. Once you click and drag and drop, all right, just go and preview and let's see the magic that will happen. Did you see what I have here? So let me do the second one. So I've done the second one as well. So did you see it now? Does this make sense? How many of us enjoyed the class tonight? How many of us enjoyed the class tonight? How many of us are going to invite more people to join the class tomorrow? Fantabulous. I like that. How did I manage the interface to drag? Fantastic. Very good question. You can minimize your window. Actually, you can minimize your window. You want to see my resource folder where I'm dragging from. I'm dragging from wherever I save the document, either your desktop, wherever you save it, either your download, wherever you save it. So the assignment I want to give you guys actually is this, and I need you to go and research around it. Well, I can give you a clue to how you can do it anywhere. So if you look at this, you see that I have to scroll before I say a particular part. Can I make all my outlines, bring them up here and link them up? Once I link them up, once I click any of the outline, it takes me directly to where exactly I need to get to. So that is an assignment I need you guys to go and search. All right. And I wish you guys all the best. All right. So let me give you adds on something to take home. Something to take home. So maybe like I showed you the other time for bold, for italics, sorry, this is bold, this is bold. This is italics. All right, what else again? You can also have some of these icons. All right, all of these icons. So when you preview them, you can see what it looks like. So let me just quickly answer a few questions before we call it a night. I know my time is up already. Let me quickly, can you see now italics and bold? All right, please remove your live video so we can see the screen better. What do you mean by my live video? All right, let me drop my video. Does this make sense now? Please, you really need to rewatch and get better at it. And please do me a favor so that, guys, by the time we start working on Power BI, so let me also give you another assignment for those of us that can get Power BI and download and install before coming to class tomorrow. Let's also do that because that is where we are going to be starting from. Yes, you need to download Power BI. So either you if you can download it before coming to class tomorrow, it will be a very, very fantastic. I like that you enjoyed the class. Wow, wow here, peculiar. Wow here, peculiar. Wow here. I want to pronounce that name very well, right? So please ensure you download that before coming to class tomorrow. Also, you might want to check around how you can do the outline such that when you click on it, you can be sure that it can take you to anywhere you want to see. If you have enjoyed tonight's session, please get back to your class community, to the discussion on the LMS. If you have not accepted your invitation for the LMS, please do so because you will not be able to do so much more. Let me also specifically invite my students to the session we're going to be having on Saturday. The session we're going to be having on Saturday is about a tech mastery series, and there are opportunities for you in that session. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Please avail yourself for that session because you will hear things that will actually shift your career, things that will also propel you to doing so much more, even in this fourth industrial revolution and much more. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Abiodun Esther. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Link to download Power BI. Just go on Google and then search for Power BI download. You will get it for free. All right. Thank you, everyone. Let's have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, as the case may be, and from wherever you are listening from. Thank you. Bye bye.